My name is Jay, and I'm just your typical hardworking dad. You know, I take care of my daughter. I work hard the Monday through Friday. It's a good deal. I live a normal life, but I did not come from a normal life. And I would like to share with you a little bit about myself. So I come from a poor background, your typical poor background. You know, food stamps, some days not even really eating full meals, maybe one meal a day. You know, no AC, homelessness. And from an early age at 14, I was completely homeless on my own since then. And the odds would stack against me from the area that I come from and my older brother going to jail. And that's the route that I was going. But thanks to God, I did not do that. I have a moment where I was sitting at this bank under the drive-through of a bank, and I was crying. And I was like a week into being homeless, and I just had an epiphany that I was never going to allow my family to do the same, or my kids to live like that. And I knew that I did not want to live the life that I was living. So I decided to go ahead and get a job. And my older brother was in jail, and I was 14 at the time. So I used his ID to get a job. I provided for myself. I ended up living in a shed of a good friend of mine for several months, and I couch hopped a lot. I was living in Florida, so I lived on the beach. There was this big tree that they used at this park every year for like the Christmas lights and whatnot. And I ended up sleeping in that because it was like kind of hollowed out in the inside. So I just continued to work my ass off, and I just didn't want to live that life. So I continued to go to school. And going to school, you know, no one knew, truthfully, no teachers or no admin knew that I was homeless and had no parents at all. I signed everything every year. I had a family friend, I will say, help have a phone call that was needed, that, you know, to pretend basically. And I managed to do something that would be against the odds, and I became valedictorian of my high school. And something I'm pretty proud of, especially coming from the background that I do. So although I was in a rough situation and I was working and being homeless and being just a kid with no guidance, I still managed to graduate my high school as valedictorian. And that's something that I'm pretty proud of, you know. I worked really hard for that. I ended up joining the